Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Stopped on the play by Jaquan Brisker. The Giants at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they come in with fresh legs. They got the extra time off thanks to an early season open week.
And usually your hope is that your open week comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get your fresh legs back, you have to take that time and run with it. And that's what they're trying to get done here.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were terrific last week in the win over Denver.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for. One of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Partner, there are strong running plays, and then there are plays where you simply outclass the defense, and we saw the latter there. They ran straight up the heart of that front for an excellent gain and first down. Simply put, you've got to put up more of a fight defending the middle. Otherwise, this is going to be a long game.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Taylor is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Some good running there at the end into the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22.
Ready, set.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw now on first down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began. And they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Taylor. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Giants are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
But he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call it.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So, decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game? Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A pivot and a give to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Ready.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. Following his target, it's Trey McBride. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He finds Wilson. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. A first down carry for Henry. He'll get this down to the 21, just on the edge of the red zone.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. They'll run it again with Henry. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the Giants are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On third down, Ryan. He's got the connection to Moore. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards that time. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6. They go play action with Ryan. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
To the right side, complete to Taylor. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay gain.
Hey, Tuesday.
That's the gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Again, it's Taylor. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A three-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no three-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to get this one. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. 126 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. First and 10, Taylor now. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Up the middle, here's Taylor. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
A give for Taylor running right side. Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle's going to leave him about a yard or so short. He needed 9, he got 8. And that's going to leave him with a 4th and 1 on their side of the field. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To the right side, this is Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The offense on third down tonight, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Bass is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that cuts this lead down to 13. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been pretty anemic on this side of the football in the second half, just 3 points, and you just saw the touchdown go the other way. So it's a 2-score game. We're not done here yet.
I think everyone's on the edge of their seats now because they're anticipating what's coming, and I sense that everyone in the stadium knows they need to keep it on the ground. So if you're going to do that, hope the quarterback is stretched a little bit. Some bootlegs, right? Some fakes inside, getting out to the perimeter. Those might be open for him.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. from the gun, it's Taylor. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 157 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. The solid stiff arm, and he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the handoff, Taylor. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.